Today, we are going to talk about a very unique scenario wherein we will try to find out what are the changes made in a query, which is in a detection rule, and we would also like to see how to track it over a period of time. For that, first of all, we need to ensure that we have to go to settings, and once we are inside settings, we need to go to settings again, and need to enable auditing and health monitoring in Sentinel. By default, it will not be enabled. We have to click enable and click on configure diagnostic settings. And once we click there, it is basically going to take us to a diagnostic settings, and I already have created one, so I will try to edit my existing settings and try to show you what are the different options available. And we have analytics, we have automation, data collection connectors, and we have all. So just for better visibility, I have turned on all logs and pointed to one of the workspaces. And once we are done, we're gonna hit save. Now we go back using the breadcrumb, go one step behind once again, and we are going to go to analytics just for looking at and trying to change one of the rules. And once the analytics loads, we will see the list of rules already created running in Sentinel. So we will just give it a quick moment to load, and once that loads, we have one sample incident. So we quickly select that and hit edit. And once we hit edit, and just for demo purposes, I have been editing this query or detection rule for a few times so that we can populate some data. And once it comes in, we go to set rule logic, and we just do a very small change which could be visible. So we will make it 2, and we can straight away go to review and update. And once it is validated, now after it gets validated, we are going to save the query. Now this query is saved, and fundamentally over a period of time it is going to get saved. And how do we access it is what the next step is. Now we go to log, and we already have a query built in to perform this activity. And to show that query, I'm going to quickly jump onto the GitHub account and take the query from there, and the link for the query is in the description. And go back to the tab where the Sentinel is open, and we'll wait for the logs to, or the log window to show up, and we can paste the query here and run the query, right? So let me try to paste the query here. Just give it one moment so that it can load the query. Yep. As you can see, the whole query is here, and time range is set to last 7 days. We can definitely run this, but again, just for the ease of accessibility, what I have done, I have saved this query and kind of go to function, and that is saved as a function. So if I go to workspace function, we can see a thing over here as Audit Sentinel Analytic. So let me clear up the query and hover to my saved function, and I would say use in editor. And once we hit run, it runs successfully. And in the meantime, I'm gonna collapse the left navigation to get some space over here. And as I mentioned earlier, right, once the logs appear, it should reflect the changes we have been doing. As you can see in sample incidents, there has been changes what we have been doing. That was all about tracking changes. And for the ease of deployment, once again, I'll quickly switch to my GitHub account, and here is a quick readme with a click to deploy to Azure button, which you can click on to leverage this function and save it as a workspace function.